is Daniel Resasco. I'm a professor of chemical engineering, and I hold the endowed chair from Douglas Bourne. My research is in the area of catalysis in general, more specifically focused on the upgrading of biofuels, and more specifically from the biomass conversion. We focus on the switchgrass, and I have a sample here of switchgrass that we have grinded before we convert this via pyrolysis. Let me show you. This has a very fine particle size. So this goes into a fluidized bed reactor in which is pyrolyzed and forms a liquid like this. That this is not a fuel yet. We call this a liquefied biomass. And our focus is on trying to upgrade the properties of this liquid, because now the way it is now is very corrosive. It reacts with the time, it polymerizes, it forms a very undesirable liquid. We try to upgrade this catalytically so we can produce a liquid that then can be sent into a refinery for production of final fuel. The process that we are working on starts with a reactor that we call a pyrolysis reactor, to which we add the biomass in the form of a fine powder. This is fluidized, and the vapors come up through the top. And then after that, we have a catalytic cascade. It means a series of catalytic reactors in which we convert the fluid that will normally appear here in something that's a lot more similar to the fuels that you have in the refinery. Well, the long-term program is to produce liquids that are stable enough to go into a refinery to produce standard fuels. This is different from the production of ethanol, which is a separate fuel. The idea here is that after this liquid has been upgraded, this can be taken to a refinery and enter in the gasoline pool or the diesel pool. There's a property called fungibility. So when the liquid can be combined directly with other fuels, it says that it's a fungible fuel. So that's the idea. The ultimate is to get biomass to obtain something intermediate, and from that intermediate to get the final fuel that will be identical to the current gasoline or current diesel. The unrefined bio oil contains up to 30 or 40% water. So one new project that we're working on is to produce emulsions in which the water is in one phase while the oil is in a separate phase. And we put the catalyst at the water-oil interface. These are specially designed nanoparticles that are able to catalyze reactions either from the water side or the oil side. And when the molecules have the right solubility, they move only into the oil side. So in this case, we can obtain now a fuel that has very low water, and it contains the right molecules to be used as a fuel, once again, to go to the refinery. Well, with EPSCoR, we've been able to obtain new instruments that we didn't have before, and we have been able to support extra students and postdocs to grow this program to a national level. The idea of EPSCoR is to become competitive with the best groups in the country, and this is what we will reach through EPSCoR.